Paper 1, Section A2. Question 10. This question is about the polynomial. First, when x is equal to 0, the remainder is negative 18. So we substitute x equals 0 into the polynomial. So we can get 0 power 3 minus 0 power 2 a times 0 plus b equal to negative 18. You can see all becomes 0. So b is equal to negative 18. Next, we will find when x is 2, it is divisible. There will be no remainder equals 0. So we substitute negative 2 into x. So negative 2 power 3 minus negative 2 square plus a times negative 2 negative 18, because b is negative 18 equal to 0. Then we simplify. So for this is negative 8. And then for this term, many students forget the negative. So it is negative 4. And then negative 2a minus 18. Then you simplify. A we can get negative 15. Next, part B. Someone claims that all roots are rational number. So for rational number, that means it is a fraction. P over Q. P and Q are both integer. So let's see. That means for P and Q should be integer. We'll make use of f negative 2 equals 0. That means it's divisible by x plus 2. So we can use short division to do it. So for this one, negative 1, a is negative 15, for b is negative 18. Actually, for this question, make sure a should be all correct. Because if a and b are wrong, then you can't do b. Then you will lose a lot of marks. 4 marks at least, or more than 4 marks. So, double check your answer. So for part B, 1, negative 15, negative 18, we divide by negative 2. So for short division, the first one just copy is 1, then 1 times negative 2, negative 2. Remember, for short division is adding. So negative 1, negative 2, so negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 2, then we can get positive 6, negative 9, and then lastly 18, 0. So that means the function fx is equal to x plus 2, because of this negative 2, then x plus 2, and then x squared minus 3x minus 9. We'll see if it is equal to 0, is rational or not. So you can find that x is equal to, for this one, is negative 2. And for this one, x squared minus 3x minus 9 equal to 0. For this, you can use calculator. That means formula 01. Then you can find two many decimal answers. Actually, if you use shift ABC to see, if it can change to fraction, then no problem. The answer is correct. But you can see it's wrong. So for this situation, we need to use the quadratic equation. That means the super formula. Okay, let's do it. That means negative b, negative 3, plus or minus b squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 9 over 2 times 1. And we simplify. So after simplification, you can get 3 plus or minus 45 over 2. When you see a square root, this square root can't take it. That means 45 can't take square root, become integer. So that means it is not rational. So we can say it is not rational. So finally, we can say, okay, I disagree. Question 11. This question is about the statistics. For this graph, we call the accumulative frequency. That means it is cumulative frequency. Let's do part A. For part A, you need to fill in the score. So the missing one, you can see start from 40, so 40 no equal sign, less than 50, and then for this one is 70, 80. No problem, most of you can get it. And then for class mark, actually is the middle, you can see 45. That means 50 plus 60 divided by 2, so it's 55, so it's 65, easy as well. Next one is about the frequency for each group. So between this 40 to 50, that means between this, so it is 20 from here. And then next we'll see from 50 to 60, so 50 to 60. So that means you see it is 20, 40, and then this one is 10. So total for this one is 50. Next we'll see from 60 to 70. So that means 60 to 70 here. So we'll see this height. This height is only 10. And then next we'll see 70 to 80. 70 to 80. So you see no change, so it's 0. And then next we'll see from 80 to 90. 80 to 90. So that means this height. So it is this 20 and then plus 10, so it's 30. Okay, lastly 90 to 100. 90 to 100. So we'll see this height. So it is 10. So this one. For question B, we need to find the standard deviation. For part B, standard deviation. For standard deviation, we need to use the calculator. So you can press mol 4, change to SD mol, because it is about the group data. So remember, for this one, when we change to the SD mol, you need to use shift comma. That means, for example, this set 45, then you press shift comma and then 20 and then plus, and then continue 55 shift comma 50 for the second group plus, until 95 shift comma 10 plus. After you press this, then you can find the SD by using shift 2 shift 2 then you can find the SD. So the answer is 16.8. So SD is equal to 16.8. So remember, 3 significant figures. Okay, next, part C. Part C we'll see there are 120 students. Yeah, from the question, 120 students score. We need to find the probability that the student is over 70. That means more than 70. More than 70 actually is this group. That means the frequency is 30 plus 10. So you can write the required probability is equal to 30 plus 10. Total, there are 120 students. So you simplify, we can get 1 over 3. Next question is about the variation. From the question, the selling price of a pair of trousers is X dollar, and then the profit is P. For P is sum of two parts. When we found sum of something, two parts, that means it is partial variation. So partial variation, we have two constants. So we let K1 and K2 be non-zero constant. So P is sum of, so P is equal to, one part is varied by x1, so it's K1x, and other part as square of x. So another part K2 times x squared, that means x squared. Next, we have two sets of data. So for the first set, 30,000 is equal to x is 100, so 100 K1 plus 100 square K2. And then another set, when x is 150, it is 37 and 500. Actually, it is simultaneous equation, so you can use program 2 directly. So you will input 100 square, 30,000, 150 square, 37,500. Then you can find K1 is 400, and then K2 is -1. Then remember, you need to substitute back into the original equation. So P is equal to 400x minus x squared. After you found this, then you can answer A. For the selling price of a pair of trousers is $350. So that means we need to substitute x equal to $350 and then find the profit. Profit is the P, remember, don't mix up. So 400 times 350 minus 350 square. Then you can get 175.00. It is the profit. Next, part B. Can the owner of the boutique obtain the profit 45,000? So that means we'll put P equal to this one into this equation to check it is possible. So 45,000 equal to 400x minus x squared. For this one, it is a quadratic equation, so we put everything to one side. Most of you can express the quadratic, but you just only press the calculator formula 101 to see. But for this, you can see this error by using the formula 01. For this situation, you need to use the delta. That means if it is error case, so we use b squared minus 4ac, so negative 400 squared minus 4 times 1 times 45,000. Then you can get negative 20,000. So it is less than 0. So that means it is impossible. So the answer is the owner can obtain profit of 45,000. Next question is about the circle. First, you need to find the center. So we'll use d over 2, negative d over 2, and then negative e over 2 to find the center. So the center, so this one for negative 4 over 2, and then negative 12 over 2. So you can get -2 and 6. Easy. For part B, you need to find the area of circle. For area of circle, the equation is pi r squared. That means you need to find the radius. So we can use the formula -d over 2 square plus -e over 2 square minus f. This 2 is the radius. It is center, the corner of center. So for the radius, -2 square plus 6 square minus f is 15. Remember the square roots. You can find it is 5. So the area of circle is pi 5 square. So it is 25 pi. For this situation, no units, so that's it. If the question requires you to have a cm, then cm square, because it's area. Next, we'll see part C, the circle intersect the x-axis or not. For this question, it's better to draw a graph. We can see the center is -2, 6. That means here, that means the circle it is 6, so the radius is 5. 5, so that means the circle is about like this. So it is 5 for radius, so also is 5 for the radius. So we see part A, the circle intersect the x-axis. So like actually you can compare the radius with the center and x-axis. Okay, so the distance between center and x-axis is, you see, it is 6. So it is greater than the radius. You see, greater than the radius. So that means it does not intersect. So no. For part D, it asks you the circle intersect y-axis or not. Actually, from the graph, obviously, but we need to prove it. So we can write the distance between center and this time y-axis is equal to, you can see, it is -2. That means the distance is 2. So it is less than the radius, less than 5. So the answer is yes. Question 14. Geometry. ABCD is a square. So this 4 sides same. And then is a point on AD. And then this parallel to this one. And then this one parallel to this one. Now we need to prove BCG. This triangle is congruent to this triangle. Congruent, that means exactly the same. So you can see for BC, it is common size. So BC equal to BC. Next one, because they are parallel, so these two angles same, alternating angle, and then another angle is this one, because these two parallel, so this one is equal to this one. So angle side angle, so it is ASA, it is A1. Remember, for a proof question, you need to write down the reason. This is reason. Next, A2, the similar triangle. For similar triangle, we need to prove BCF, that means the orange one, the yellow one, with the red one, DEF. These two similar. Because it is square, so we know that these two parallel. So that means this angle is equal to this angle. At the same time, this angle also equal to this angle. Finally, the opposite angle. So vertical opposite angle. So AAA is the answer. So remember, write down the reason clearly. Next, for part B, this time we know BCF, that means this angle is equal to BGC. BGC is this one. It is given. And one more thing, BC is L. BC, this one is L. And then we need to find DF in terms of L. DF, that means this one, in terms of L. So we'll make use of part A, that means congruent triangle and a similar triangle. So let's see it. Because these two are same, and at the same time, because these two parallel, that means this one and this one also same, so also the green angle. So you can see it is green angle. It is green angle for the triangle with base equal. That means it is an isosceles triangle. So it's L. So at the same time, from part A1, because these two triangles are congruent, so this one also the green angle with base, and also the length with L. And also at the same time, because ABCD is a square, so you see all side L. So how to link up with L and then with DF? So actually for DF, we can use BD minus L, then we can link up with L. So that means for B1, BD will use DF is equal to BD, that means the long distance, minus L. Then we can get it. Then how to find BD? How to find BD? Actually, BD is a side, like this. You can see BD. So it is a right angle triangle. So for this one, we can use Pythagoras theorem. So L square plus L square with square root. So it is 2L square root 2L square. So that means square root 2L. So DF is equal to square root 2L minus L. So we take out the L. So like this. So DF in terms of L. Lastly, someone claims that AE is greater than DF. So AE here is greater than DF. So that means if we found AE, then we can know. So for B2, actually we know this triangle isosceles, and then this triangle is similar to this one. If it's isosceles, the yellow one is isosceles, so the red one also isosceles. That means this one is also DF, equal to DF, like this one, these two black sides. So for AE, we can use L for AE. We use AD. That means this one minus DF to get it. So AD, what is AD? AD is L. And then for DF is from B1. Open bracket, negative 1 bracket root 2 minus 1 L. We expand it. So negative 2 L plus L. So it's 2L minus root 2L. So it is equal to 2 minus root 2 L. So for this one, you can use calculator to find this one, and then it is greater than this one. You can check by using calculator. So finally, you can say, I agree.